I'm here with Chase. Your last name is
Coe.
Coe.
Yep.
Chase Coe. He's the founder of the Goat Mind, and I'm so excited to share with you a couple questions I want to ask Chase. Chase, tell us something you learned recently, whether that's being at an event or your own business or anything like that.
What I learned recently? I learned recently that anything is possible. Everything is possible for anybody. And the more I follow and I look at people and I see what they're doing, the sky's the limit.
Nice.
And I enjoy just seeing people succeed, and that's what I like, just seeing that.
I love it. Awesome. Now you are the Goat Mind, specialized in the mindset and the principles. What would you say, what's one, I know that's really hard, but what's one we could just learn right away, like one undeniable truth that we can improve our mindset, improve our achievements, or whatever it is that we want to do?
Well, one of the first things you want to look at is your perception. Your perception is your reality. So how you perceive the world around you is what you're going to get. So there's certain laws and principles. They're based on scripture, universal truth, science. They all say the exact same thing, but it begins with your perception. How do you perceive the world around you? Once you learn that all things are possible and you can do it, the sky's the limit.
Amen. And last question for you is, what's going on with you? What's going on? What do you have coming up? Something you're excited about, a project, something you want to share?
Well, I'm excited about, we've got the World Championships coming up, have several athletes getting ready for that. Obviously excited here, perform better. I'll be speaking tomorrow, and that's what I'm excited about.
Nice. Where can we learn about the Goat Mind?
www.thegoatmind.com.
Boom. Awesome. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
I'm here with my good friend, Kevin Carr. He's a partner and educator at Mike Boyle Strength and Conditioning. Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good, man.
Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, so cool to see you. This is early.
Yeah, you and I, there's no one else here.
Yeah, we're the only ones up here. I think I almost got kicked out of the hotel. I thought it was some bum, like, staying out of the hotel. I want to ask you, what's something recently that maybe you've learned? Maybe it's in your business, maybe it's in your training, maybe it's just through speaking or anything in the projects you're doing. What's something that that you've learned recently that you could share?
I would say in our business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just continually finding ways to develop and develop your staff. I think that the thing that has set our business apart, that has continued to help and make it grow, is just a continuing investment in education on a group level for our staff, and then on each individual level. The more we've put into our business, the more we put into our staff members, the better everything happens.
I love it. I heard this great quote. It was, you could either help your staff become smart and risk that they leave, or you keep them stupid and keep them
and
stay.
then the other problem that they stay. Yeah, exactly.
I want to ask you, you're specializing this talk on conditioning.
Yep.
Yeah. What's one thing that people should know, maybe to help train their clients, or maybe even for themselves?
Yeah.
What's one little nugget?
One thing I would say is, I know, right now, there's you'll hear one group of the internet say, hey, you got to do zone 2 work is so important. Then you'll hear a bunch of other people say you have to do high intensity interval work. And if you're a general population client, it doesn't really matter. You just need to do something. In reality, less than 50% of people hit minimum cardiovascular exercise guidelines of any kind.
Wow.
And so when we're failing by that large of a margin, I think it's really silly to try to pick, this is the absolute best thing. The best thing is what that person will do, right? And so what I want to talk about in my talk is, how can we talk about cardiovascular training broadly as part of someone's life, and where do each of these different things fit?
Nice.
And then how we can program them more accurately so that the average person can attain those things. And then I'm also going to talk a little bit about athletic conditioning as well.
I love it. If you ever get a chance to see Kevin, he's an awesome presenter. I always enjoy it. Last one is, you just told me something before we hit record, something you have going on. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have another book coming out through Human Kinetics called Prescribing Movement as Medicine, a guide to programming exercise for health span and lifespan. And with that book, what I really want to be able to do is give coaches a blueprint or a user's manual on how to prescribe exercise effectively for long-term health. What I find in the current climate we have, there's a lot of talk about health span and lifespan and wellness, but there's still a big lack of application. Now, you hear a lot of science about why exercise is good, why cardiovascular exercise is good, why strength training is good, all these things, but then we're still left a lot of times asking, what do I actually do?
Nice.
And so what I wanted to do is try to synthesize really what we do with our adult group and general population training at Mike Boyle Strength and Conditioning into a book that touches on the science, but then also really goes deep on how do we put these things together for the average person who might only be coming to the gym 2 or 3 days a week at the most. How can we maximize their time with us?
Awesome, man. Sounds really helpful, really exciting. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. I'm here with the world famous Martin Rooney. Martin, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, so quick questions. Number one, what's something recently that you've either learned yourself, because I know you're growth minded, or maybe started thinking about differently? You talked a little bit before about something.
Well, hey, but because we're going to think business minded or we're going to think financial, because that's what I think when I'm talking with Bill, is, one of the ideas that I had was, why do some of the things that, I don't know if you want to consider them lies we've been told about finance or stuff, but I was always told, hey, you work and you kill yourself till you're about 70 and then the good years are going to happen. And now having some experiences, and as I'm getting older and, my parents now have way past that, the best times of their lives is not when those years were happening, it was earlier and they didn't enjoy them. So what I've been really trying to do is figure out ways to not, it's as if you're spending all your money, but to make sure that, hey, saving is a great thing, but at the same time, are you enjoying some of the stuff along the way? Because if you aren't, I think it could be a really big challenge. So I just took my family to Europe. We had an incredible time, but what was able to do that was making the right moves financially with mortgages and housing. So which takes me to another one. Hey guys, whether it's mortgage rates are high or low, whatever you think, I think a big mistake is to just keep jumping into them, because remember, that's signing you on for 30 more years of interest. And so I have made a commitment to being mortgage free, and that has been a game changer for us. That's the new one right there.
Yeah, happy to agree with that one. All right, second thing I want to ask you is, you're known for a lot of things in our industry. You've done so much, so thank you. On behalf of the industry, one of the things is culture. You wrote a book on that, High 10.
Yes.
I think that's something we could all benefit from, especially in this new world of robots and taking over the world and all that stuff. So yeah, what's a tip that we can keep in mind when it comes to culture?
Well, a big tip is, hey, you might say culture. Yeah, I kind of know what that is, or I'm not part of one, or I am part of one. Hey, if you're in a family, you have a culture. If you're on a team, you have a culture. If you're in a business, you have a culture. If it's you and one other person, it's a culture. Like we're having a culture right now between us of how we do things. And so one is to recognize that culture exists, and then you are the one that designs that. I think a lot of people, they make the biggest mistake and they hope for a great culture. Or I hope this is going to happen. I hope they're going to change. No. You are the one that designs it, but you have to have crystal clarity on what type of culture you want to have before you do it. So one of my big, relationship ideas for you right there too is, hey, if you're thinking of getting married or you are married, hey, you better understand the culture of that relationship and make sure that you guys design it, because if it goes wrong, that could be the end of that relationship.
Last thing, because he's actually going in right now to do his talk. So the last thing is, you're always evolving. I mean, you've now written a fictional
action thriller novel,
and you're doing all types of things. What's the project or the thing you're working on that you're excited about that you can inspire us?
I have this action thriller novel. If anybody is a fan of action thrillers, if you like Fight Club or Stephen King or John Grisham, maybe check that out. That's called Blood Feud on Amazon. But I am also working right now. I'm a chancellor of an online university that only deals with exercise science. And I feel this is one of the last pushes I'm going to make to really continue to legitimize our industry, but make sure our trainers and our coaches have real education and credentials and college degrees behind them as well. So this is something that we're really pushing, but it's forcing me to really understand higher education. It's forcing me in the world and the land of AI and online learning what teaching means and how to do that. And it's been an incredible exploration for me, but so rewarding, because this could be an opportunity to grow our industry all over the world, not just in small places.
I love it, man. Inspiring. Thanks so much for the tips and the value and making us better.
Thanks.